You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast, hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.
Yeah,
I think we know what we gonna do here. But no, nothing about a Snoop Eminem collaboration was gonna,
make you hit play.
absolutely not. Not in 2022.
I mean,
No.
well, you
And
know,
and it's under the guise of the fake beef. Like they had a fake misunderstanding.
damn, did I miss that?
Remember, because like Snoop said that he didn't have Eminem in his top like 10 or top 5 or some shit like that.
Oh, I do remember
And
him saying that.
people was like causing friction about that. Like Snoop is a fucking goat. He ain't gotta have Eminem in this shit.
This is
if
true.
he don't want to,
No.
or vice versa.
Yeah,
like,
right.
There's no
right.
disrespect there.
Right. I didn't. So I remember Snoop saying that, but I didn't think it was like a actual beef between him and him.
Like a misunderstanding almost. Like I was like,
Well, you know, I hit play.
And what did it do for you?
Not much. not much. I mean, Eminem is gonna be Eminem, right? But Snoop in the song, and I don't know if I've ever heard him rap like this, but he rapped in the cadence that Eminem does, and it wasn't terrible. Like it wasn't great, it wasn't perfected, but it wasn't terrible. It got me like, what can Snoop not do? Like Snoop could literally do everything. He's probably the most versatile rapper ever.
Oh, he's
like,
a Swiss Army knife for sure.
It's crazy. Like I it's dope to still see him do that with him being shit. He probably damn near 60 now, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, he's over 50 for sure.
Yeah,
because Snoop came out when he was young. He's probably like 19.
Right. Yeah. So to see him still, doing that and doing new things, especially in music, is dope. It's dope. It's great to see.
Snoop is one of our rare hip hop icons.
For real, man.
Rare. Like you can put his image on the shirt. I think people across the world would know who Snoop Dogg was.
Big facts. We're gonna have to have like a, God forbid anything happens to him, but like when he does go, we're gonna have to have Michael Jackson-esque type funeral for him.
Well, it's a lot of them that we don't really. It seems like we haven't seemingly gave them their flowers, but we often do on these platforms down here, right? And it seems like when you say these things all the time, you're dick riding. But no, that's not it. It's just they are icons. Like Diddy just got his Lifetime Achievement Award from BET, but it seems like it's long overdue. But then again, agreed. You have to think about it. Diddy been doing this since '90. Like
the fact that he's still been active.
Yeah,
and I think award shows tend to give Lifetime Achievement Awards after these people seemingly retire, as they're not, as active in their fields anymore.
Right. The only thing I think about with the whole Diddy thing, I think that it was just a rollout for what he's got with his new record and Love Records, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I feel like that's probably the reason he got it this year. It's like a handshake, wink type of wink type of deal. You know what I'm saying? Because think about it like this: he's coming out with this new Love Records. Like he hosted the B.
It's a new record label.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's where the single with Bryson Tiller and all that is, which I think is cool. But it really should be Bryson Tiller featuring Diddy. Because Diddy don't come into the 2-minute mark.
All right, you was telling me about
this. The song is literally 2.5 minutes, and you don't hear Diddy's vocals until 2 minutes. I counted. I made sure. But seriously, I get it's a business to it too, because he hosted the Billboard Music Awards.
I think so.
So okay, why is Diddy hosting it at this point, at this conjuncture of his career? Why is he hosting it?
Damn.
All right. And then you get the Lifetime Achievement Award at BET, and I can tell the coke was coking that night. Boy, he was wilding that night. I'm like, hey, yo. It's okay.
He performed, right?
Yeah.
So performed. I didn't see the awards. I ain't.
Oh, well, I haven't watched. I didn't watch the awards. I just, whatever they gave to me as a highlight. Gotcha. Yeah, I watched the entire Diddy performance. I wasn't. The only thing that moved me was the Shine coming out.
I saw that clip.
Like Busta Rhymes. I see Busta be everywhere. Busta be everywhere. So like him coming out doing past the Ciroc this way. That's what they did.
That's funny.
So I'm cool with that. All right, cool. But it's just like, all right, Lil Kim.
It's actually kind of hard.
Lil Kim, man. We got to start talking about Lil Kim's fall from grace, man. It's nasty. One of the premier women rappers in this game is walking around acting and looking the way that she does. I don't like it. I don't like the fact that she's been like minimalized to kind of like the like that's it. Like
That's it.
But you talking about somebody that put in work for the gender in her genre.
This is what you and I have talked about multiple times on this platform. Revisionist history. For whatever reason, people have reduced Lil Kim to that dance you just did. And
I think she reduced herself.
you think she did it to herself?
Well, a lot of the plastic surgery and all that stuff, you know, we know.
Does that play into it?
Absolutely. Yeah. But I mean, Kim is Kim.
Yeah. No, I know, but it's,
I think part of that. I mean, we can only put out there what you put out there, right? Mm-hmm. Like I don't think revisionist history really applies to Kim in that way. If she remained like mysterious,
of course,
aloof and all that stuff, maybe it would have a little bit more, like, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, to it when she comes out. But she does that. You see Kim doing that shit at Lovers and Friends festivals and all that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
I wonder if she was trying to put the brand and the stamp on that dance, kind of like the Mary J. bop.
Yeah.
And it's not really translating as such.
Nah. And it's like Mary J. aged better than...
Well, I mean...
Well, because, you know, now Mary J. probably had some work done, but she ain't had Lil Kim work.
This is true. Yeah, and I feel like every time Lil Kim is back outside in the media or performing or whatever, she looks... Something is different. Like, and I feel like this past time was a culmination of all the work she's had done.
Right.
And it's not good.
Because, man, I promise you, I thought her and the dude that did Gangnam Style was the same person for a while.
Talking about Side, my guy, Side.
Yeah, whatever, man. I thought that was her for a second.
No, that was he. But no, that's insane. Yeah, she looked crazy. She looked
wild. Big crazy.
Like, I can't. It's unfortunate because back when Lil Kim was Lil Kim, she was beautiful. Like, beautiful.
A1.
Oh man. My mom and I got to talking about that too. She was asking me what I thought about that. I was just like, I think the people that Lil Kim was around kind of put into her head that she wasn't beautiful or didn't look good. Oh, well. And maybe that's how, you know, she started to do the plastic surgery to the point now where almost unrecognizable, to be honest.
Yeah, that's not the Kimberly Jones I grew up looking at.
Man, listen, it's just it's unfortunate, man. Anyway. Get to it?
Yeah, get to it.
Let's do it. Welcome to another episode of Oversaturated, the podcast, where we discuss music, movies, pop culture, and everything in between. I'm Johnny.
And I'm Ralph.
Welcome to episode number 151.
151 on the Bacardi, bro, this week. 151 rum. If you didn't catch it, I'm sorry.
Talk about it. New listeners, please follow us on all social media. Facebook, just search Oversaturated the Podcast. Twitter is Oversat Podcast. Instagram is Oversat the Podcast. And our email is oversatpodcast@gmail.com. And please be sure to check out our website, oversatthepod.com. Anything you need to know about OS is there.
Yes, sir. And if you want to follow us individually, I am the Mind of Ralph on Instagram and Twitter.
On Twitter, I'm JON2_ the letter B. On Instagram, I'm JBS_ESL_AAMU. Holla at us. Ralph, my guy, my brethren, my pal, channeling your inner what right now?
I don't know, my inner chi.
There you go. I love it.
I'm ready to pod today, bro.
You ready?
I'm ready, man.
Let's do it.
We ain't got shit to talk about, so I'm ready to pod today, baby.
Well, before we get to it,
how you looking at that?
No, hey, somebody's in a great mood.
Right.
No,
hey,
I love it.
No,
I
man.
love
Hey, man. Hey, man. Me and the wife went to brunch earlier, so maybe that's it.
Hey,
like
listen.
The brunch, the egg Benedict doing something to my spirit.
I love it.
The brunch punch that they serve.
That sounds kind of fire.
It was
good.
It was a brunch punch.
Listen, the evolution of Ralph's bad bitchness in 2022 has continued to just go, and I'm loving every moment
Man,
of it. Is
thank
what
you.
I'm saying.
I appreciate you, bro. Man.
Real
I'm just outside trying to flourish, man.
Listen,
I know, man. I'm trying to inspire the people. Speaking of inspiring the people, man. Hey, man, it's funny. It's funny. It's real funny, man. I've been seeing in the Instagram streets, man, a lot of people, posting workout videos, and I want to feel like, I feel like, that came from me.
Talk to him.
Trying to steal my style, trying to steal my, bar for bar.
Bar for bar, word for word.
Word for word, jack my whole flow.
The whole flow.
I'm like, hey, like
workouts?
I'm like workouts. Y'all doing workouts now? Like, yeah, everybody record gym stuff now. And I like to think that starts with me. Now, you know what I'm saying? I'm not the most physical specimen that you probably seen, but your boy gets it in. I do a lot. But I'm just saying, like, the angles, I see y'all. The songs and choices, I see y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Talk
Like
to them.
y'all slow down shit. I see it.
Talk to him.
I mean, I get my shit from other people, but they ain't the point though. I'm talking about y'all. I'm talking about y'all looking at my shit and don't like it. That's what's up though.
But see,
that's what's up.
That goes to show you it doesn't matter if they like it or not. Somebody is always looking. And it's not just a few people, it's a lot of people.
Man, what?
Talk about who been more consistent when it comes to this gym posting than Ralph. Who's in the gym more consistently over the last year and a half, 2 years than Ralph has been?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
We've seen it before and after.
Right. I done made a whole nother page just for the gym
stuff. Just for it. That's how consistent the shit
Because y'all
been.
be hating so much on the They were like, another gym
look, out of here.
Swipe. I'm not looking at this shit.
Trash.
That's what's up, though. But no, I see it. That's all I'm saying. I see it.
It's viewed. It's viewed is all I'm saying. No, that's what's up. No, you been out here and you continue to be out here. So you inspired me for like 2 months. Like I went and got a gym membership in January and I ain't been back since March. But I've been playing tennis though, so that's my shit. That's my shit. But yeah, I had to take we talked about this off mic, but I had to take a quick trip to the southern states.
Yes, sir.
I had to go to Mississippi for a funeral. One of my cousins passed away. Thank you, appreciate that. But it's always good to see family, especially family you haven't seen in like a really, really, really long time.
Yeah.
Reconnect with them and connect with new cousins, aunts, and uncles and things like that. So it was dope, man. It was dope to be down there. Unfortunate circumstances, but still, then again, it's still good to see the family. And Mississippi heat different, bro.
I'm already knowing.
Listen,
I'm already knowing.
We went to college in Alabama, and I remember that heat being unbearable for at least 2 years until I got adjusted. But I feel like this Mississippi heat was even worse than that.
I can believe it.
Bad. It's also crazy that I didn't really see many bugs while I was down there. I don't know what that's about. I know that's random, but
yeah, that is random.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just the observation because even as me and my mom were driving down there, like there weren't many bugs like flying on the windshield than it is when we go to Louisiana or Alabama or anything like that. So yeah, I just found that interesting. Did get gas for $4.09 though. I was like, damn, that's fire. Gas was $4.09 in Mississippi. Which is crazy that's like the highlight. Like $4.09 gas.
Like, yeah, that's what's up.
But nah, so got back last night, 12-hour drive. I'm here. Okay. My energy ain't as high as Ralph, but
hey,
it's lit.
Gotta get you some brunch punch, baby. Get you some brunch punch, baby.
Listen, I'm going out for drinks tonight.
Hey, let's go, man. What we doing? Off the dome?
Off the dome.
Hey, man, I got one for you. With Usher's recent Tiny Desk, did you get a chance to see his sideboard before we get into it?
I've seen clips and I've seen like the whole meme of it.
Okay.
Watch out now.
Watch it when you get a chance.
Got you.
So, with Tiny Desk, coming on through and then Usher doing this thing, it kind of got me thinking about Unplugged.
Okay.
And what used to happen in yesteryears. We had a lot of our great artists of that time kind of get on the Unplugged train and even do that thing. So, if you had to pick one acoustic platform, which one are you going with, Unplugged or Tiny Desk?
Ooh, because I remember Unplugged from MTV. Like that was a dope time.
It really was a thing.
Yeah, like for real. Man. So, I think I'm gonna go with Unplugged because if I remember correctly, they performed longer. So like with Tiny Desk, even though the Tiny Desk, like don't get me wrong, Tiny Desk series is fire. I love it. Mm-hmm. But on Tiny Desk, they only do 3 songs, three or 4 songs, if I'm not mistaken. But with Unplugged, it's a longer show and it's a better show feel. Like the bands are grander. The music itself, accompanied with the vocalist, sounds better with Unplugged than Tiny Desk. Yeah. But I ain't saying Tiny Desk is bad. Now don't misconstrue my words. But in this scenario, I think I'm going with Unplugged.
Yeah, I agree. I have, other reasons as to why, Unplugged was more of a moment though too. It created more moments because like I think at the time like you didn't really have rappers doing background. I mean doing with like live bands in that way because you had LL Cool J. I know Jay-Z dropped the album and did the Unplugged and he actually went #1. So with those things, like, Uptown Records did an Unplugged, like, it's more moments. I think Nirvana did one, if I'm not mistaken.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, it's like you had more moments, and I think bigger artists committed to doing Unplugged albums. Lauryn Hill did an Unplugged. Like, and they actually translated these into albums where, Tiny Desk lives on the, YouTube forever, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? But I think that Unplugged was just more of a moment for that. So, Tiny Desk is dope, but I just think Unplugged is still king of, the acoustic kind of like layout.
That makes sense. And I'm not mad at that. And it could like Tiny Desk is sort of the evolution of that. Like we had, we're in the digital era now, so it's evolved into Tiny Desk.
Yeah. And you even had VH1 Storytellers too, but it was short-lived. It didn't. That's why I don't think it can really be in this conversation. Tiny Desk really has like been around for a while.
Right. And I don't want to make it sound like they let anybody do a Tiny Desk because all of the Tiny Desks I've seen have been dope. But it seemed like you mentioned, it seemed like Unplugged was a moment. You got those really, really big artists at the time to do Unpluggeds where they translated those to albums. And like you said, Jay-Z went #1. So it just seemed like more of a moment when it came to Unplugged over Tiny Desk. So, I feel that. All right, so for my Off the Dome, I caught a glimpse of something on Twitter the other day saying that Delta was giving away $10,000 to individuals that wanted to give up their seats on overbooked flights, which is insane, right?
Okay.
Now, I've passed up like $100, $200 before because I ain't feel like waiting.
Yeah.
But $10,000, that's different. But let me ask you this: would you take the $10,000 if it meant you would miss the birth of your firstborn child?
Yeah, I'll take the 10.
Oh, damn.
Easily.
I didn't expect you to answer so quickly.
Easily.
Damn.
Because, I mean, now, you have to, paint this picture, right? Assuming that, like my wife is healthy and all that. I ain't got to really worry about that. And her mama there with her, like, hey, look, baby, I got 10. Baby, they gave me 10. They gave me 10. Like, you come home with 10, I'm pretty sure she'll forgive that.
When you ready, we going wherever you want.
Right.
No,
we still got to raise this baby 10 racks.
Run me that. Damn. I was not expecting you to answer so quickly.
Bro, I didn't think 10,000.
That's so funny. Oh, well, okay. So I was going to say, if it's the second born, easy. I think it would be a little bit more back and forth in my brain if it was the first child. Like, that's something I want to witness. Like the birth of my first child is like, damn, this is crazy. So it'll be a little bit more back and forth, but I think I might lean toward the 10 too. But it wouldn't be an immediate thing. Like I would call her like, baby, like they offered me 10. Like, what you think?
I'd take
you'd have been like, hey, I'm gonna be there tomorrow, but I'm gonna have some cake.
I know my wife.
But see, nah. So
like, what?
That factors into it too.
Take that 10. We'll figure that shit out later.
She'll fuck around and fight you if you don't take the 10. Like,
what you talking about?
Oh, that's funny.
What you talking?
No, that's funny as hell. Damn. No, that's okay.
All
so
right.
yeah, that's
right,
that's off the dome.
That was off the dome. What acoustic platform are you taking? Are you taking Unplugged or are you taking NPR's Tiny Desk?
And would you take $10,000 from Delta if it means you would miss the birth of your first child? Let us know.
OS gang, what up? We got a few topics here on this here docket. We gonna run through them. We gonna see how this works.
Yeah.
Let's start at the top. Let's get it out the way. fallen R&B star, R&B king, the Pied Piper R&B, whatever you want to call him, Robert Sylvester Kelly has been sentenced to 30 years in prison. Johnny, what do you think about this?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't think they was gonna give him that much. I knew they was gonna give him something, but I didn't know it was gonna be 30. And I mean, I'm happy about it. That's shit. He might have deserved more. He probably will get more because he still has 1 or 2 other cases in other states still pending. So, I'm here.
Well,
I'm here for it.
I think the 30 came from they got him on the RICO. I'm like, God damn. Well, they got him setting up a criminal enterprise to move these women across state lines. So that's where the racketeering comes into play, right? So when they get you on the racketeering charge, it's up now, baby. So
okay.
Yeah, that's where a lot of that comes from. So I mean, hey, it is what it is. Like, we've been through this whole mute R. Kelly movement. The Me Too movement is still alive and well. R. Kelly has built his brand on being a sexual type of artist. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, look, I still play R. Kelly. That's it. I'm not saying I sit here and listen to all that, but I've expressed how I feel about certain songs, and they're not going anywhere. So judge if you must. But he's in jail. Those two things are like mutually exclusive.
Right.
So that doesn't mean I run around screaming free R. Kelly because I play I Wish. Like that's not the same thing. You know what I'm saying? I can acknowledge that he was a monster and he did these things and he preyed on black women, black girls, and those things. So I understand that. So he got what he deserved. I mean, 55. I mean, 30 years he might get out. He might not.
Well, I don't know because depending on what he gets, on how many years he gets with these other cases, I don't know if. So I imagine they can either so let's just say he gets 20 more years, right, from the other cases. They can add that on to the sentence where it'd be 50 years, or they can make the 20 concurrent with the 30, where he still only gets the 30. So. We don't know yet. We don't know yet.
So it's not over. And then I know currently his lawyer came out and said that he's on suicide watch.
And I mean, as sad as that is, I'm not surprised by it because think about R. Kelly, in his prime, right? He's literally private jets. You can literally go and do anything you want on the planet, like anywhere in the world, right? You go from that to being in a jail cell.
Yeah.
Like
it's sad because when someone has the world at their fingertips in that way, they fall from grace so hard. They fall on hard times. And that's because of actions that he did he did this. He put this out here. So to see that, it's kind of disheartening. Like, it's not a black or white thing. Like, I know people get caught up in these semantics. Oh, well, what about this nigga? Like, he committed a crime and that's it, right? Like,
for several years, against several people.
I'm like, I get it. It's easy to point out the indiscrepancies in the judicial system when it comes to sentencing to African American people. I get that. Wholeheartedly get it. But what if the nigga's guilty?
Yeah,
like what if they actually did this shit? Like, I mean, like, we got to keep looking across the aisle. Like this was actually a menace to our community per se. Like, it seemed like R. Kelly was just like a running joke to black people.
Yeah,
the whole time. Like, I remember when that 16 came out. We was in high school. Like, I remember that joint circulating.
I do too.
Like, I remember
them talking about this shit in the barbershop. Like, I remember one time specifically, I had just gone to the barbershop and they were talking about it, like the tape had just went off and they were talking about everything that they had saw. And I'm like, y'all really, in my brain at the time, I'm like, I can't believe y'all showed this, like, in the barbershop. There's kids here, there's parents, like, that's nuts.
And it's weird because, well, it's not weird. Well, it's weird, but it's like back then, I didn't know any better. But now it's like, wow, that was a little wild because it seemed like it normalized the relationship between grown men and teenagers.
Yep. But see, and that's another thing because I feel like back then and even before that, the shit was still kind of normal. Like, it's weird that I feel like it was still kind of normal.
Yeah.
On the drive down to Mississippi, Rick James came along. I satellite radio in the car.
Yes. No, that's what you're talking about.
Yes. I never heard that shit until then.
Oh, wow.
Right? I was like, wait, time out. What? because I know at the time that song was recorded, Rick James was an adult. So I'm like, this was cool then. I haven't heard shit about, well, rest in peace Rick James, but I haven't heard shit about cancel Rick James.
I'm about to say Music Soul Child made a song called 17 too.
Damn, you might have mentioned that to me too. I haven't heard shit about cancel music.
Storytelling at its finest. Like I was like, hey yo, like, it was wild to hear it back then in 2002 when the album came out. But I mean,
But I think that's just a sign of the times. Like,
yeah, and I think even in those scenarios, I'm not justifying rape. I'm not justifying it, but I can see how you maybe can kind of get caught up in those situations. Not me, but just speaking freely. So but this ain't R. Kelly though. Kind of getting back to R. Kelly because that ain't him. That ain't him, my boy.
Yeah, this was a lot of several individuals.
And it's kind of like maybe the 30 comes from, what you did previously that we couldn't get you for. It's almost like the OJ thing.
Yeah.
Because OJ got for, not because of that robbery shit. People still ain't letting that go because it was the trial of the quote unquote century. Right. And then now you got another disgraced celebrity. And we love to see celebrities do rich, extravagant bullshit. And then again, we love to see them fall too. Yeah.
It's all a news cycle. Now, let me ask you this. I did see today that the streams for R. Kelly's music are up like a lot. Like a few of his albums have re-entered like the top 200 Billboard, some shit like that.
Makes sense.
Now, I can't understand why. Like, why do you think that happened? Like, I don't get it.
Hey, all promotion is not bad promotion. So, hey, look, just off the strength that we talking about R. Kelly, we go stream.
Just to go listen to. Let me see if I can find some additional shit, maybe. Or
all that stuff, all that goes into it. And then the other thing too, like, I mean, he's a music genius. Like, I mean, you got catalog.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I think a lot of us are happy that he has gotten this jail time and probably will get additional jail time. It really doesn't negate the fact that he does have probably one of the top catalogs of all time, maybe. Like,
well, we'll say of R&B for sure.
Yeah,
R&B definitely, like, for sure.
So that, I mean,
like, he didn't get those nicknames. I mean, some of those are self-appointed, but at least we didn't fight back when he said he was the king.
And yeah, so again, that doesn't negate the fact that he has the music in his catalog that is great, and people clearly still want to listen to.
The only place R. Kelly is canceled is on y'all social media threads.
On social media, yeah,
that's it.
Facts.
Because when you go to these spots,
especially,
and I ain't talking about just Step in the Name of Love. That's the wedding joint. All right, cool. I'm talking about they still playing Something in Your Eyes, baby. Like, they still playing all that.
It's true.
And you going to them, they still playing all that.
It's
so.
True. And
I heard that nigga say free R. Kelly to is backwards. I say, hey yo, like, hey yo.
Damn.
and then now that's me. I laugh at stuff like that. But to the person that's so self-righteous, are you that upset and you leave?
Yeah.
Because he says that. Like, people say free guilty people all the time.
People were saying free Boosie for a decade. I feel like
and Boosie did.
He did that shit. Like,
he did that shit.
Shit. Anyway, so yeah, no. Shout out to the 30. It's lit. I don't know.
Hey, let's switch the clothes. Let's talk about something completely that's not even close to that, I think. Okay, Cardi B, Queen Bardi has dropped a new single featuring Kanye West and Lil Durk. Hot Shit, is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Hot Shit. Johnny, what do you think about this album, and do you think this song, and do you think it leads to an album?
I was actually going to ask you the same thing about it leading to an album. As far as a song, though, I just got to say it really didn't do anything for me. Yeah. Now, what I will say, Cardi's previous singles, Up, Money.
There's another one in there.
The joint with Megan, WAP.
Yeah.
I liked WAP when it first came out, but Money and Up, I didn't care for those songs when they first came out. They kind of grew on me as I heard them more. So I think maybe that's what will happen with this song. But what I will say, Lil Durk and Kanye both, I didn't really care for their verses. Cardi's was okay. It wasn't terrible, but I think her verse were growing me. But I didn't really care for Durk and Kanye.
This is a song I'm not gonna revisit at all. Like I didn't like it. You can say it's trash if you want to, but it's nothing about this song that's good. Like not even. I don't like the beat. I don't like the chorus. I don't like Kanye. I don't like Durk. And Kanye and Durk have been in different spaces where they've been kind of killing shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when I saw those three names together, and then I'm like, okay, Cardi making music to come back outside with. Oh, it's A-list time now, baby. Like everybody dropping now. So I'm like,
so we thought.
So I'm like, hey, this doesn't make me excited if there's a Cardi album on the way. Because money was cool. Up, I got why she made it, but it was in the height of the pandemic. So you not really go get the full range of the song unless you day partying it up. Like that's what that song was made for. Yep. So I get it. WAP, hey. Hey.
Yeah, right.
But so those are three singles that just are void of an album. And if Cardi drops an album tomorrow, those three songs are going to be on there just to make it platinum.
Of course.
So this does nothing for me though. Like I let's just be honest. It's okay. And that's, shout out to the Cardi Hive. But, I'm not saying she's trash, but this song ain't it.
You know what I think? I think Cardi's album has been done, but I think what they're trying to do is recreate the cycle Bodak Yellow had. Bodak Yellow came out 2 years before that Invasion of Privacy came out, and I was gonna get to that. Like it's no way Bodak Yellow was lightning in a bottle. Like they caught lightning in a bottle, and there's no way you're gonna be able to do that shit again.
Bodak Yellow literally made Cardi a star and damn near a industry plan. Like
damn,
it's like Cardi is clearly protected by the industry just off the strength of her making that song. And I love Cardi. I think she can rap. I don't think she's like the best rapper, but I definitely think she's entertaining. The personality draws me into the music, and facts. The music just happens to kind of match what she puts out personality-wise, right? But I don't think of her as like a top-tier artist in that way. Star power, yes, but I'm just talking about like the creativity. I don't really, give her that much. But I love Cardi. I love what she represents, and that's the story that we attach ourselves to. But how long do we think we was gonna get Cardi music? You know what I'm saying? Like especially with her ascension being as quick as it was, like Cardi ain't gotta put out albums. She literally does. She can single us to death.
She could, and that's the crazy part, right? Like if any other artist was in Cardi's position with dropping a good debut album, right? Yeah. But then only dropping singles in between, any other artist would have just faded away. But Cardi has been able to literally brand herself to the point where she doesn't have to put out albums anymore, which is
and the
nuts.
reason I kind of said she's protected by the industry. Cardi doesn't have to do the things that other artists do, right? She doesn't have to go on tour. Cardi has never been on tour. She might have hit a festival stage, when she was getting ready to do the tour with Bruno, she got pregnant.
Yeah.
So
damn, I remember.
So that stopped the tour, and that was gonna be a world tour. Like your first tour is a world tour. Even though it don't matter, like nobody can take that away from you. I was gonna be on a world tour.
Cardi is responsible for Silk Sonic.
Oh God,
Cardi, because just imagine had they gone on their world tour, Bruno and Ernest and Pac would have never got together.
I don't know.
We just debunked that shit.
No, I have nothing. For that.
I got nothing for that. No, but I do think that Cardi's label, Cardi's team is fishing for that hot single that is Bodak Yellow-ish in order to transition into her album. I think that's what they have been trying to do, and it just hasn't been working. It hasn't been working. Because honestly, if the pandemic hadn't happened and WAP came out, that would have been. I feel like that would have been the transition into her album. But it was a pandemic, so which I'm still surprised they even dropped that during the pandemic. But whatever. I'm not on the marketing team. I just pod about it. So.
Exactly. But no, I mean, if Cardi drops an album, of course we're gonna listen. We're gonna talk. We go review. We go do all those great things.
100%.
But it's just like right now, I don't really have that.
I don't. Yeah. It's not there. It's not there. Mm-hmm. It's not there. Do I think it could have been better without Kanye and Dirk? Yeah. Like, we probably just needed one more good verse from Cardi. Maybe go get her ghostwriter or something. We would have been straight.
Gotcha. Man, let's try this, man. Something entertainment-wise, right? Now, Showtime is reviving one of the hood classics, The Wood, into a TV show where we're going to have Richard T. Jones and Tamala Jones reprise their roles as Slim and what's the girl's name? What's her name?
I ain't gonna lie.
Okay,
I remember.
I know, but I remember their real names. I know Slim, Lavinio. You know what I'm saying? Respect to my boy. But you got them reprising The Wood and pretty much having a younger cast, play the younger versions of, maybe not themselves, but just a younger version. And then you have Vince Staples among the cast and crew. So Johnny, what do you think about The Wood making this comeback as a TV show on Showtime?
I think it's a good idea. I think it's a good idea for The Wood to become a TV show. I just hope it's executed well. Mm-hmm. I do like the Vince Staple casting. I've been saying for a long time that Vince should do other things outside of music, just because he's a great personality. Yeah. Like,
oh no, I agree that
Vince's brand is so well. I feel like it can translate into anything. I think I saw him on some type of national commercial. I forget what it was for recently, but Vince, I feel like will translate really well into the entertainment industry outside of music. So with this, I think being his debut acting, I could be wrong. I'm not 100% sure.
He was in Insecure, I think, but I don't know. But he was playing
as an artist. Yeah, I mean, he probably still got a SAG card. So.
Yeah, I like that.
So yeah, with this being his debut in a major role,
okay,
let me say that.
Fair enough.
I think it's a good look. I think he could do well. Reading through this, I didn't see is this streaming on Prime? Where is this supposed to be streaming?
No, it's on Showtime.
Showtime. Okay, so yeah, I'll be able to check this out. It's definitely something I want to watch because I fuck with Vince Staples.
Well, this is the thing, right? Let's just have an overarching conversation, not necessarily about The Wood, but you see a lot of these movies being brought into shows and kind of like bridging the story out more, right? And most famously, I think, I don't know, a lot of people don't talk about this show, but Soul Food did the same thing, and they had seasons, right?
Yes, I do remember.
On Showtime, which is a pretty good, solid series for what it is. Like, it kind of picks in the holes of those films that you don't necessarily get answers to. It kind of bridges what we knew before the movie started and definitely after.
Right.
So I'm not sure if that happens with The Wood because you don't get the full cast back. Like, it's not like they recasted Slim, Mike, and Roland. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just Slim coming back playing his role as an adult, and then Tamara Jones coming back playing her role as an adult. Well, they both were adults, but you get my point.
You're right.
Like,
I got you.
So it's like, I'm interested, but I'm not really sure. Like, it has to be executed well.
Right. Exactly.
But the thing about Soul Food, they recasted the entire cast, like Ahmad to everybody from Ahmad to Aunt Terry. So it's different with that.
So, because I knew about the Soul Food series, but I had never seen it. So it was the series, the storyline was about everything that happened in between what the movie was, or everything that happened after?
It happened after the movie, but you get a lot of the questions of like what Mama Joe and they, stuff was like before, and then you get Irma P. Hall, who played Big Mama, come back and play. Like, you see like flashbacks and stuff like that. So stuff like that is cleverly done.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure how does this work.
Me.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
either,
the idea sounds nice because like movies like Soul Food, movies like The Wood hold a special place to Black America, like, in our hearts. So if y'all go do it right.
Right. Exactly. No, that's how I feel.
So,
I mean, I'm intrigued. Yeah. I mean, I'm interested. This is definitely something I'll at least check out like the first 2 episodes just to see how I feel about it.
But let me ask you this: do you think it's lazy though, of like Hollywood to do this?
Oh, of course. No, it's Hollywood has been lazy. They've been lazy for a while.
Yeah. It sounds cool, and then when you start fucking with what we deem a classic, no matter what the flaw in the film is, it's classic. There's a lot of things we can say about Soul Food, but it's classic.
Oh yeah, of course. 100%.
There's a lot of things we can probably say about The Wood, but it's classic. So leave our classics alone. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want, like, every show don't need this. And I'm not saying necessarily The Wood, but if it's proven successful where you can squeeze a season 2 out of it.
Yeah. But what I think is happening, and I could be completely wrong. This is just my brain, right? I think there is a lack of content that appeals to people in our age group. Like we had Insecure, right? That was a new property for us to enjoy for people in our age group, something we could relate to.
Yeah.
So I think what a lot of these movie and TV studios are trying to do is pick things from when we were younger that we gravitated towards and maybe try to expound on that because that's some shit that we loved back then.
Well, that's true. I mean, it's the nostalgia factor, right? You're always going to get people in on the nostalgia factor. Like we talked about on the grand scheme, like how Star Wars does things, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Like we can get 11 movies and TV shows and cartoons about all that stuff. So let's just try it over here.
Right.
Too.
And I think that's what's happening.
That's exactly what's going on. But
and sometimes it works, sometimes it don't.
Yeah.
I mean, the percentage of it not working is higher, but
yeah,
I mean, you got to keep swinging for the fences, right?
Yeah. You got a green list. You got a green light something. So I mean, hey, why not something like this?
I feel like the biggest thing that has worked thus far when it comes to these remakes and reboots to me is Bel Air. Like that's the only one that I could think of off the top of my head that has been like actually good. What do you think?
I'm just thinking.
Yeah, because
I got one, but I just can't think.
Right. So yeah, but off the top of my head, and I still think Bel Air is probably top 3 shows of this year. Like,
I'll give you that. But let's just say this year, right? But
yeah.
The only thing with those, like the shows, right, and they tap into our nostalgia factor, they always kind of go for those moments where it's like it feels like it's forced, it's cheesy. Like you want to recreate something from the original property, and it's very evident, and I don't like it. I really don't. I hate when those things happen.
I mean, and I'm not mad at that. Like it makes sense. It's just like, why taint the classics? Why taint the classics? Who knows, man? People just still out here trying to make money, basically. Make money until something stick.
That's true.
So we'll see. We'll
right.
see.
Yeah, we'll definitely see. Let's try this out for size too, right? So this Chris Brown Usher versus keeps picking up steam for some reason, some way, somehow. Chris Brown has actually come out and said that if they were to do it, it'll make sense. I've even seen fake flyers come around, and then we'll get to this track list, the set list that people have put out. And it's kind of made its rounds on social media. But I think with the recent Tiny Desk of Usher, I don't think Chris wants to see him. But hey,
in the Tiny Desk, definitely not.
Period.
Oh, you mean just overall?
Oh yeah. But we'll get to this fake track listening, and then maybe we'll try to edit in the YouTube footage and all that great stuff. But no, it's hilarious to see. But I mean, somebody picked 20 Chris Brown hits, 20 Usher hits, and we're putting them head to head. And then Johnny, what do you think about this potential versus matchup? Because it seems like the internet is never gonna let this go.
They not. They really not. Mm-hmm. So I was actually thinking about this the other day, right? Mm-hmm. So I feel like a Chris Brown and Usher versus would be exactly what I thought the Omarion and Mario versus would be. And by that, what I mean is Chris Brown is a hell of a performer, right? I've been to Chris Brown concerts this month. Like, he don't stop moving. Like, his stamina is insane. Mm-hmm. Front flips, dance, all that shit. It's immaculate, right? Yeah. That's what we gonna get from Chris Brown here, which is what I thought we was gonna get from Omarion, which we didn't. So that's we passed that now, right? So that's gonna be Chris Brown's saving grace in a versus. Yeah. But even with that, I feel like Usher is such a superstar and has such mega smashes that it still won't allow Chris Brown to beat Usher. Is that making sense what I'm saying?
No, I get what you're saying. And this kind of leaning back into, I think we had this conversation last week or the week before, right? Mm-hmm. Chris got hits.
Yes, 100%, undoubtedly.
But Usher's hits way more. They have more quality. They have more oomph. It's just like it hits you in a different place, right? Yes. And the thing with these two artists, right, they're weird because they have no peers, if that makes sense. Like when Usher came out, there's nobody on his playing field. Nobody. Mm-hmm. Just like Chris. When you put him in his peer group, there's nobody like him.
No, that's true.
So that's why we keep forcing this matchup. Cause Usher's a GOAT. Like Usher out of here, right? Like it's not even a debate no more. And that kind of solidified what I thought about Usher. Like I always thought Usher was like a great top tier A-list guy, tier artist, whatever, right? But you never thought it really solidified it watching the Tiny Desk. And I'll talk to
Yeah, we'll talk. Yeah,
we'll talk about that.
I'm gonna watch it this week so we can talk about it.
But like if you get into this track list, right? The first song is Loyal versus Yeah, right? Mm-hmm. Now, Yeah is Usher's biggest song. But I got it losing to Loyal. Because I hate Yeah. That's just me, though. That's just me. But most people will get that point.
So these first three, right? The first three Chris Brown songs. Remind me what Loyal sound like. How does it go?
These hoes ain't loyal?
Oh, okay. See, in my brain, I call it These Hoes Ain't Loyal.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
I'm going with These Hoes Ain't Loyal over Yeah. That's me, though. Like, that's me.
But see, and we already getting into my argument here. Like, yes, Yeah is the bigger song, right? But Chris Brown gonna perform his ass off.
Listen, when I went through this whole thing, I probably got it 14-6.
Toward Usher.
Because, like, okay, Fine China and Good Kisser, right? Fine China is a great Chris Brown record. Mm-hmm. It's probably one of his more mature records. Mm-hmm. But Good Kisser, nah, you ain't got nothing on that. No. Absolutely not.
So what about this next one? I can transform you versus You Don't Have to Call.
You don't have to call.
Yeah. Point. That's a point, right?
I'm telling you, it's gonna get dark.
Quick.
Quick.
All right, She Ain't You versus You Remind Me.
I can lean towards She Ain't You, but I understand why you remind me against the point.
I'm going You Remind Me.
Okay. See, look. These are grace points. Like,
man, that's crazy. Okay, Deuces versus Love in This Club. So honestly, I think Love in This Club is the bigger song, but I'm going Deuces. I'm going Deuces. I'm going Deuces here. I'm going. Yeah,
Deuces is one of the ones though. Love in This Club. If it was the remix with Beyonce, I might. I like the remix better.
I'm not mad at that. So I already know where you're going this next one. Forever versus Oh My God.
Oh, you can cancel both of them shits.
Damn, I didn't expect you to say that.
But Forever, like, all right. But OMG, oh no.
Because I know you hate that. I know you hate that.
But I'm telling you, when it gets down to the middle, like, it's not so even.
Okay, the next one is Run It versus My Way.
Oh, come on now. Come on now.
Where you going?
Don't do this. My Way. Come on now.
Hey,
Run It?
No. I'm making sure we on the same page here. I fuck with Run It though. But yeah, definitely My Way. All right. I had a dilemma with this one. And this is personal. Yeah. Heat versus My Boo.
Okay, I hated My Boo. But Heat don't really do nothing for me either.
See, I love Heat.
Yeah.
I love that song.
I like that.
Yeah, that's my shit. I'm going Heat.
Okay.
And I don't like My Boo is a good song. And I know there's another one of Usher's like really big hits. But for me, he takes it. He takes it.
Okay. Let me know when it gets dark.
Okay. No Guidance versus There Goes My Baby.
There Goes My Baby, easily.
Yeah. I think we here now. I think it's getting spooky. It's getting spooky. Say Goodbye versus Burn. We don't even gotta.
Kiss versus Confession. Come on, man.
Why are we doing this?
Who did this? Who did this list?
Whose man's is this? Okay, out of Chris Brown's catalog, what would you put against Confessions? I don't really have an answer for this because whatever you put is losing.
I mean, it don't matter. It's gonna lose. But I'm trying to think of a top tier Chris Brown cheating or like heartbreak song, like something like that. And I'm drawing a blank. And I know Chris Brown songs like his catalog very well. Mm-hmm. Confessions. Let's spin the block. I gotta think about that.
Okay, cool. Next we got Yo, Excuse Me Miss versus You Make Me Wanna.
You Make Me Wanna easily.
No debate.
Not for me. Absolutely, it's out of here. Like
you make. Hey, I love you. I like both. I really like both of these songs.
You Make Me Wanna.
If we talking strictly like song. You Make Me Wanna.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Now,
saying. Like,
if we talking in person at the Verzuz, it could. I feel like it could go either way. I don't know, but I'm going You Make Me Wanna, but I feel like it can go anyway. All right, Poppin' versus Lovers and Friends.
Lovers and Friends, easily.
Poppin'.
Easily.
All right, Go Crazy versus No Limit.
No Limit.
Privacy.
That's not like an easy win, but like No Limit is the better song.
Got you. I'm not mad at that. Privacy versus Lil Freak.
Lil Freak, easily.
Man, I forgot all about that damn song.
I'm telling you, Usher gonna bust him over the head. Like, keep talking.
Give Me That versus Bad Girl.
Bad Girl, easily.
Take You Down versus Nice and Slow. Take You Down versus Nice and Slow. Nice and Slow, easy. No Bullshit versus You Got It Bad.
Okay, now this is the one.
I
would definitely go No Bullshit over You Got It Bad. Now, because this is two different type of R&B songs, I'm gonna take the fucking before I take the heartbreak. So No Bullshit.
I'm not mad at it.
3 a.m.
That's funny.
I'm just saying.
That's funny.
I'm going that easily.
But nah, You Got It Bad make you put you in your feelings even if you single. Like,
Facts.
I'm cool. Like, nah, I'm going You Got It Bad. In the edge, but I'm going You Got It Bad. Wall to Wall versus Caught Up. I ain't gonna front. I ain't gonna front. Hey, bro.
I'm gonna say that's your joint. Hold on, you gotta stay. Oh, the bias popping up.
The bias is spilling over, bro. It's spilling over. I might have to go wall to wall. I might have to go wall to wall. And see, that's not saying I love Caught Up. I love that song, but
I get it.
The video, the song, he gonna perform the hell out of the wall to wall. Yeah, I gotta go wall to wall. That's crazy. And then we got Strip versus Hey Daddy.
Hey Daddy.
I got nothing for that one.
Daddy's on me.
Name me some Chris Brown ballads.
Crawl was a type of ballad. With You is a type of ballad.
Okay. I feel like neither one of those is gonna be Moving Mountains.
No. Crawl would be. You can match that up with Moving Mountains, but it's not gonna.
It's definitely not gonna win.
Crawl was in that space. That was on that album where Chris was canceled.
Got you.
No, for real.
I know. It's funny. It's funny.
Real. Chris was
to hear that.
Chris was out of here. Like, they was not fucking with Chris. They didn't give a damn what he was doing. That nigga was dancing in the sand and everything. That nigga was moving his ass off, pause if applicable, in the sand. But they was not. That was right after the Rihanna shit. Oh no, my boy.
They wasn't having it.
They wasn't having it.
Nah. Moving Mountains is probably my favorite Usher song.
Yeah. Like With You probably should be on this list, but it's not.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Of course, and we're missing a bunch of songs from both catalogs. So.
Oh yeah, easily. That's why I was like, who made this list? Like,
but see, as we're sitting here talking about this, I feel like we're in the mindset of just songs. I feel like it could go so different if this shit was live.
Well, this is the other thing too, and I was listening to a blog or vlog or something about that. One thing that we often forget, they're still singers first, right?
Yeah.
And if you watch the Usher Tiny Desk, you would probably feel a little bit more towards Usher right now.
Got you.
Because I know Chris can't do that.
No.
And Chris is my dude. But no.
Because even at the Chris Brown concert that I went to, again, phenomenal concert because the man's he not gonna stop moving. Mm-hmm. But he didn't have if I recall correctly, he didn't have a moment where he just grabbed the mic stand and just sang. Yeah. Which I feel like you get that from an Usher show. You'll get that from a Mario show. Like you get that from.
Well, Usher went through his phases where he was like moving around, but now you got to think about it. Usher's 42, 43.
Yeah.
And now you have to rely on what got you here in the first place, your voice. Mm-hmm. So
all his movement is in skate.
Like and it looks smooth, but that's that grown man though.
Yeah,
like, that's grown. Like Usher ain't doing all that. He ain't. This ain't 04 no more.
Nah. He ain't cranking with the mic stand no more.
Nah,
he ain't doing that shit
he
no
probably
more.
can, but look, relax.
He's gonna be locked up for the next 2 days if he do that. But nah, this was an interesting list of Verzuz songs.
Like it only adds to the mystique. I honestly don't think this is gonna happen. But it feels like what does Swiss and Timbaland have to do to make this happen?
First of all, they have to,
we know the money. Like that's it. But it's like, how do you make this happen when you got two kings? Like I got killed for calling the R&B kings last week. I got killed for calling them kings. I was like, that's crazy. But like, okay,
we uplift black men here.
Well, you got two kings, literally.
What
will get them to do this?
You gotta first and foremost, you gotta have a big enough venue. That's first and foremost. Like this shit gonna have to be done at somebody's arena. Somebody, and I ain't talking about the mid-size arena either. I'm talking about the big joints. Where they play hockey and shit at. Like the big shit.
And this is the thing, right? I think that we didn't even get to the songs that they collaborated with each other on.
And you know it's gonna be some of them. You know they're gonna have to do some of them. So
hey, do you think if Usher played Same Girl, do we get a point with R.Kelly?
Depending on what Chris Brown played, most likely.
Oh, see, they even got Back to Sleep on here.
Mm-hmm.
That's a huge Chris Brown record.
Hey man,
see, that's how you know. I was like, I had to sit here and think about it. Now maybe put Back to Sleep versus Confessions. I don't know, but that's a.
But still,
Confessions still win. But I was just like,
we could put the remix to Confessions Part 2. That shit still gonna be a point. I don't care. Sean rapping on the phone. Like, shit, no. Shit still gonna get a point. Still going to be a point, is what I'm saying.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I want to argue, but I don't have nothing. I
don't think you can.
And I hate the whole, like, you just play the whole album Confessions and they'll get a lot of shit out of here. It's kind of looking like Superstar is not on here, and that's one of the highlights of the Tiny Desk. Superstar will get a lot of Chris shit out of here.
That's crazy. So at this point, and maybe we might have said this already, would there be anybody better suited?
No, because they don't have peers. Like, remember, like they were talking about Justin Timberlake and Usher. It's a possibility, but JT still get his ass waxed.
Yeah, get him out of here. And that'll be a singing ass verses, but JT will have to get out of here.
But JT, he ain't aged gracefully. You seen that damn Beat Your Feet when he was doing that?
I seen that shit. That was actually something about that was about to be my off the dome today. I was gonna say who was worse, him, Genuine.
Oh damn.
Or Ray J with One Wish at the verses.
No, Ray J was smooth with his shit. Like I get.
But you can't march to One Wish. You can't. No, you can't.
Genuine, because Genuine actually dance. Like that's if you want me to answer that question, Genuine horrible. Like
that man was so still.
Yeah,
but might have been too starched. But look, okay. Speaking of verses, real quick, and this is just a quick thought I had.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to a verses of artists / producers, do you think it would be a good matchup between Kanye and Missy? No,
because Kanye produced he produces too far on the left for rappers. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like I think his production bag is deeper than Missy's.
Got you.
Like I think and then honestly, you like Missy's production style doesn't have like that distinct Kanye sound.
Okay, that makes sense. And it was something that just crossed my mind quickly.
Like I like it because it's a celebration tactic, right, for both. But Kanye is one of the. Oof.
We talk about people not having peers. Kanye is one of those individuals when it comes to artist / producer.
Oh yeah.
Because he could pull from either bag. Like he would have to say, "I'm strictly going in as a producer this verses," or strictly going in as
he can. But the thing is, he produces his own shit, so it's like, okay, do I?
Damn, that's shit too deep.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like I think, and then like when Kanye gets into his deep production bag, we go like, damn, Missy produced that, and respect to Missy because we love Missy. Mm-hmm. I love Missy, so it's no slight in that. So
shout out to her. I think her birthday.
Oh yeah. Happy belated birthday to the queen, man.
Yeah, man.
But now we have reached the end of the Docket OS game. We appreciate you for rocking with us. Just listen to us ramble, talk about all the things that we like to talk about. Make sure you what you got for me? I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. So YouTube. First of all, I want to shout out everybody that's been looking at our previous two videos, the recap of the verses between Omarion and Mario. So we appreciate y'all running up the numbers on that.
Yes, sir.
If you watching this, please like, share, subscribe.
Yes, sir.
Hit the comment section. Let us know what you think about any of the topics we discussed today.
Yes, sir.
We'll catch y'all next week. Now, if you want audio, you know what time it is, baby. WKOS, we in the building.